To start things off, we have the camera panning through the trenches in which we're going to be playing in. On the left and right side of the trenches, we have zombies impaled by stakes. On the right hand side of the screen, we have the mystery box light illuminating the map, so I'm excited to see where the mystery box spawns in the beginning of the map, and as you guys can tell, the mystery box light is a different color from the previous map. Now we have our poster image of the Origin zombie map. It's a bit hard to tell, but the zombie's eyes are yellow. On the left hand side of the screen, we see a zombie in a mechanical outfit. Keep in mind, this is not the same robot that was hinted to us in the Origins trailer. The 1,000-foot robot is actually on the right hand side of the screen, but throughout this trailer breakdown, you guys will be able to see clear images of both of these robots. Now the mechanical robot on the left, I presume, is going to play a role in Origins similar to that of Brutus in Mob of the Dead. Maybe he'll come every couple of rounds like Brutus did in Mob of the Dead and drop a power-up. Maybe there's multiple ones of them like the Ghost Lady in Buried and they'll give us a perk. Or maybe these robot zombies are running around each and every round and they're just a bit harder to kill than the regular zombies without mechanical outfits. Moving on to the next portion of this trailer breakdown, we have the 4 original zombie characters returning, and they're all looking much younger. The first character we get a close-up of is Nikolai Belinsky. He appears to be wearing a pilot's cap, he also has a beard, and he also seems to be standing in a church or a citadel. I don't see how that would play a role in the World War I trench era, but I'm eager to see how that will turn out. The next character we get a close-up of is Tank Dempsey. He's looking like a badass as always, and he's standing next to a sign with a skull and a crossbone on it. Now the sign could be one of many things. 1, it could be pure decoration with no purpose at all. 2, it could indicate beware of death, or death is present. Or 3, it could be an indication to a minefield, or a minefield is present, so players need to be careful. If they venture too far in a specific direction, they will die from the mines. The next character we see is Takeo Misaki. Hopefully Takeo plays a major role in Origins, considering he hasn't been much of a talker in the previous maps, and he hasn't had much significance in any of the zombie maps. I hope Takeo's true colors will shine in this next DLC, and we'll be able to learn much more about Takeo's backstory and who he is. Also, be sure to take note of the sign that points to the laboratory on the right hand side of the screen. This indicates that the map is not fully outside and in the trenches. It's a bit odd that there's a laboratory in the World War I trenches of France, so I'm eager to see if that laboratory holds secrets for the Easter egg and why that laboratory is in the DLC map. The fourth and final character we get a close-up of is none other than the infamous Edward Richtofen. Here we have Richtofen pulling a fabulous mustache, looking like a model. However, that's not important right now. What we want to take note of is the electrical disturbance occurring in the left-hand side of the screen. I don't know much about the electrical current, nor do I know what to say about it, but what I do think is that inside of the house which the electrical current is coming off of, I think that we're going to be able to teleport in this map, so I think in the house where the electrical disturbance is hovering over, I think that there's a teleporter located inside of that house, so I'm eager to see if teleportation is a plausible theory in the Origins map along with the zombie storyline. Here we have a closer look at the 1,000-foot robot and some of its features, such as the rotating mechanical claw. Later in this breakdown, we'll be able to see the full-scale size of this robot and how badass it actually is. Also, something to be noted that can be seen throughout the trailer is a plane flying in the top right-hand corner. This indicates that World War I is still going and time has not stopped. In combination with the giant robot, mechanical zombies, regular zombies, and the idea that World War I is still occurring, TraptHQ is trying to include as much mayhem as they can into one zombies map. In the next scene, you guys can see a horde of zombies walking over a road. It looks like a tank has recently drove over this road because on the left-hand side of the screen, there are tank tracks. I assume that the tank tracks are from the tank in which our 4 characters are able to ride and access new areas of the map. Also, you guys can clearly see that the zombies' eyes are yellow. Nothing too exciting here, just some behind-the-scenes designs of the map. He is working on an indoor portion of the map, which indicates that there are areas other than the trenches which can be accessed. Also, something interesting said by TraptHQ in the full trailer was that they're going to include different weather patterns that should alter the zombies' experience. New weather factors such as snow, rain, and heavy fog will definitely change the way we play zombies. Here's a frontal view of the mechanical zombie. Keep in mind this is not the 1,000-foot robot, we'll get to that in a bit, but this is the mechanical zombie, and you guys can tell that the zombie is inside controlling this mechanical suit. Now, TraptHQ has told us that there will be at least 2 new weapons appearing in this next map, minus the wonder weapon. The first one here is the MG08. The MG08 was the primary machine gun used by Germans in World War I. Also, you guys can see that there is a power-up being dropped by the zombies. It's very possible that it is the new power-up that TraptHQ has told us about, which will be integrated into the game. The last thing to take note of is the electricity in the top portion of the screen. You guys can tell that it's going in a circular motion, so I'm eager to see what's the purpose of the electricity and why it's in the game, so I hope we'll find that out as soon as the map comes out. Now the second gun Treyarch has confirmed will be in the next map is the new starting pistol, the Mauser. This is an upgrade from the Colt M1911, so I'm excited to see the effectiveness of the Mauser in comparison to the M1911. Also, if you guys remember the schematics for the Mauser, there was an attachable scope that could be added to the Mauser. Maybe if we upgrade the Mauser in the Pack-a-Punch machine, we'll get the scope. Maybe it will become automatic, because when you upgraded the M1911, you got the explosive guns, Mustang and Sally. So I'm excited to see the Pack-a-Punched version of the Mauser. Here we have one of our characters holding a shotgun, but most importantly, he is riding the tank, which can get us to different portions of the map. I assume that this tank is going to be like the bus in transit in the fact that it can take us to new areas of the map. Hopefully we'll be able to get on and off the tank without it stopping. I think that'd be awesome, just like you can get on and off the bus on the map transit. Also, we just saw the giant leg of the robot. This is the 1,000-foot robot that Treyarch has said can be hazardous, but skilled players can use the giant robot to their advantage. So I think that this robot will allow us to access inaccessible areas of the map unless he breaks the barriers, similar to Leroy on Buried. However, Leroy was our friend. This giant, however, does not seem to be our friend at all. It's also possible that the robot can step on hordes of zombies if we lead him in the right direction, but players need to be careful because the robot is there to kill us, so we have to keep that in mind and try to avoid the robot as much as possible. I'm eager to see how the robot will play a major role in the DLC map, along with the Easter egg. And last but not least, we see the electricity in the top left-hand corner. We also have the classic nuke power-up, the M14, and I can't wait to see all other new power-ups that should be integrated into the game, along with the guns, how the robot will play a role in the match, along with the electricity, the tank itself, and everything else new and exciting to the zombie map Origins. Here we have the clearest view of the 1,000-foot robot. You guys can see how big it actually is, bigger than this tower. It's 1,000 feet tall. On the right-hand side of the screen, we have the mystery box light shooting up into the air. On the left-hand side of the screen, there is a plane from World War I, and if you guys can't see, in the back, behind the robot, there is a Zeppelin, which was hinted to in this picture from the letters from the field. It's possible that the Zeppelin can be dropping these robot zombies, not the 1,000-foot robot. I'm talking about the small mechanical zombies. It's very possible that the mechanical zombies can be coming from the Zeppelin, so I'm eager to see how the Zeppelin plays a role, and if it does play any role in the next map. And the last thing to notice about this scene is that the robot's eyes or eye are the same color as the zombies, yellow. Here we have zombies running down the trenches, and in the actual trailer with audio, you guys can hear the shot of a DSR, so that means the DSR-50, the sniper rifle, is returning. Now, here we have a zombie standing in a room, and this room appears to be the upstairs portion of Noctur Untoten, where you can buy the sniper rifle out of the cabinet. Considering Noctur Untoten did not have a specific location, it's possible that we'll be able to travel to Noctur Untoten like we were able to on the map transit. In the final scenes of the trailer, it appears that the small mechanical robot is dying, considering there is no longer light in his eyes. We also have a zombie running in what appears to be Noctur Untoten, so I'm eager to see how we kill the robot zombie, the small robot zombie, and if in fact we can reach Noctur Untoten. So that was my breakdown for the Zombies map Origins on the upcoming DLC Apocalypse. I'm sorry it was so long, I just wanted to make sure it was very detailed. Again, I'm extremely sorry that this upload was so late. I wasn't able to get to my computer and make a video, plus I wanted to make it as detailed as possible, so if I did miss anything in this trailer breakdown, be sure to nicely let me know in the comment section. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you'd left a like, and be sure to subscribe for future zombie content on the upcoming DLC map Origins.